major like that is still incredibly huge.
Yeah, especially when a lot of people just didn't even know who Quid was at the time. It was just such a crazy, it's just such a crazy play to be able to make to win a major like that over so many insane players. Cola, I believe, in grand finals, to say the least, so they could do it. But they ain't here. We got Zant instead out here with the Pokemon trainer instead, showing you what they could do at this stage in the game, going up against White. Hollow Bastion is the pick. Let's get it.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But yes, obviously, we're going to be starting off a Squirtle here, an absolute combo machine. This character can put down 60 to 80%, usually depending on who they're fighting. But a solid 60% is most likely coming out. It all starts usually with one grab and maybe a forward tilt or two just to get things going. But right now, man, look at the way that White is playing around this at the moment. Absolutely bodying the Squirtle, 82% as it is. It looks like these two might be familiar with each other, or at least familiar with the matchup so far, because, man, White is killing it.
I agree with what that last part you said in terms of familiar with the matchup, and you can just see that exemplified from White right here, rolling back to get that back throw. You wonder how a character like Joker, with some of their hitboxes, can get in on a sort of tinier character like Squirtle. That can definitely be awkward with some of the hitboxes that he has, but instead he's just going to rely on just sort of that first hit forward air to just sort of pop Squirtle back up in the air and get those drag downs, as you know that Joker is one to do. But now we're definitely not going to have the Squirtle at 130%. The Ivysaur is out on deck, and now we have White out here looking for the kill. Looking pretty favorable so far within the first minute of this game so far, Skiff. What's the ledge trap? Parrying the first hit of the F-tilt, not the second.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it plays out so far. But right now, yeah, White is definitely in a good spot here. Now we got Arsene out here as well. Dad has showed up to try and take the stock. Wasn't able to get the forward smash they wanted, but Charizard is a big body. And the thing is that even with Charizard being as heavy as they are and a big body, hitting the way they do, they're like the 5th or 6th fastest character in the game, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, for sure. Just one of those little buffs that really turns them into just like this crazy high-speed character with just crazy hitboxes as well on top of that. And Hollow Bastion's got that same sort of layout as Smashville, though it is, I do believe, a little bit bigger as far as the actual stage layout goes. So there's going to be a little bit more neutral play this time around on the part between these two characters right here, rather than just being caught in disadvantage much easier. But despite all of that, what I've been saying, talking about White right here, Zant is going to be the one to take the first stock with the Charizard out, still surviving at 185%. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it works with PT sometimes. You're fighting Squirtle, and, you can kill Squirtle at 60. All of a sudden, Ivysaur comes out, and it goes up a little bit. And then it comes to Charizard. It goes up a lot more. It's just the name of the game at this point. Look at this, 195. The dash attack's still not going to be enough. And also, to address the earlier part, if I remember correctly, Hollow Bastion is literally just Final Destination with the center platform. The Blast Zones are the same. Right. The stage layout game. So that's just something to take into consideration here. So it is a slightly bigger stage in Smashville in a few ways, but it's basically just FD with a platform in the center. Either way, fantastic stuff. White's finally going to get that stock out of here. Thank goodness. But 57% now. And Arsene, honestly, takes that one opening, but Squirtle doing a good job poking.
Yeah, definitely a good job and a good awareness of percents as well on the part of Zant, recognizing that the percentage on White was just a little too high to go for some down throw up airs like Squirtle is one to do. Instead, they checked the DI on top of that, and they went for the down throw up B instead. So really good awareness of percents on the part of Zant right here to just sort of keep this neutral down and keep that percentage tacking on even more. I like the parry attempt right there. Just try to just back air in the other direction, just shift their hurt box a little bit to ensure they didn't get hit off of the parry. But it appears that may have caught the jump of the Squirtle. Going to have to switch to the Charizard back to recover right here. Oh, man.
That was actually an amazing recovery. Fantastic stuff. That's just knowing how to play PT in general. And flare blitzing to the ledge is actually kind of difficult. You got to be really pinpoint on that, because otherwise you hit the wall and White could just run off and close out the stock that way. Because Charizard, flare blitz after it hits on anything, it's actually incredibly punishable. Fun fact, if you actually shield Charizard's flare blitz as Ganondorf, you can punish with up tilt. That's how punishable that move is.
That's amazing. I had no idea.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. But obviously, Flare Blitz is a strong move in general. Moves them way across the stage. It also takes stocks at 50 sometimes. But either way, Zant and White, man, they are battling it out. Only 7%. Oh, wait. Now it's basically even now until the rest of it starts poking through.
For sure. And just tacking on slowly but surely the damage with that gun's good counter back air. Actually going to kill from the other side of the level right there. Crazy stuff right there. You know, usually that's the kind of situation where like you'll catch like an air dodge or something like that, you know, just to like try to like see what you're going to do on the way back down. You know, that's where a character usually puts out an intangible option. But Zant, recognizing that they could get a hitbox out there instead, and that would be the situation that White would not expect it, going to elect to use that instead. Really good, what's the word I'm looking for here? Really good conditioning on the part of Zant right there.
Oh, wow. Well, going for something a little bit crazy there. I was hoping to just get it down there for something a little nutty. I do believe some people in the chat are telling us it's pronounced Zanti, which I thought might have been the case, but Zant, I mean, hey, Zant's not a bad tag either. That's a great Ganondorf villain. Or not Ganondorf. He's like Ganondorf. You know what I'm talking about. But what
the Ganondorf spinoff.
The way that Zant has been keeping these stocks alive with Charizard is absolutely insane. It's like 400% damage they've taken so far.
Yeah, honestly, like the tank is just, I mean, they're just playing Charizard as intended. Like you get this character out as the forward throw from Joker's actually going to kill right there, 200%. Not too surprising, but still. Of course, you whip out Charizard for the survivability, of course. Not that the character can't do stuff damage-wise either, but one of the main focuses of Charizard is just to be that Pokemon where you just need to survive and hold on to the stock and stock tank. Beautifully timed switch right there on the part of the Pokemon trainer Zant to get that Charizard out in time to avoid the Joker up air. That would have been a beautiful drag down on the part of White right there. Could have easily turned the tides of this game. Nothing doing, says Zant, who is still looking favored in the percentage, but White just ping-ponging them back and forth between the stage skip. I still have no idea who's going to win this.
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely coming down to the wire, but this is what we'd like to see, especially as you get further into that bracket, man. You get the best players that are still alive in the later rounds, and man, this is where action starts to get a lot more intense, as we can see here. 154, somehow finding the hit they need, and there we go, man, taking that game one. Zant staying alive.
Yo, my jaw dropped at that last interaction. Right there, I'm not gonna lie. We got Joker forward throws killing out here. We got Charizard nairs killing from the other side of the level. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. He was surprised. He was surprised by that too. I don't know who that was, but we related in the same way because of Smash Brothers brought us together from completely different parts of the world, as we are able to do with Ultra Hard right here. I couldn't tell because of the mask, but I think his jaw was dropped too. That was Charizard nair.
Probably. I mean, that's just how it works sometimes, man. Charizard's got some incredible moves, man. The way he hits, like that forward air, you always forget about how strong that forward air is, because you know, usually when Charizard's out, he's throwing out any aerial, it's usually nair or back air, but forward air, like, is insane. Like, it's so fast, it destroys people. Obviously, back air is what back air is. Nair, we just saw what it did there for some reason.
Yeah, you know, we got beast over in Tri-State, as you know. Like, we are used to Charizard stocks and dying at 40. Like, we are very used to that already. We are very familiar with what this character can do, as Zant obviously is as well, as we're going to run back to the home stage in Pokemon Stadium number 2 right here for game number 2. And so far, White doing a really good job taking advantage of the stage already with some cute little drag down custom combos with the Joker forward air off of the platform. I gotta say, if there's anything I've seen from White so far, is that they're really, really good at utilizing that forward air, especially against short characters, which for Joker, that's pretty important.
It's very important. Yo, forward air 1 actually sets up into so much stuff. And because you can do a falling forward air, like you mentioned, it leads into a lot on shorter characters, especially if they're not holding shield. Because shorter characters, they get away with a lot. You know, like they have way too much going on for them in this game. And it's about time that someone puts a little bit of pressure on them. Even though White's down the game, they're doing exactly what they need to be doing. But here we go. We got the menace that is known as Zanti's Charizard. This could be a problem moving forward.
Definitely the character that you want to have out to deal with the Joker for sure. Recognizing that because of the Arsene that they were relatively suddenly at kill percent, definitely wanted like the big body to help survive right there, and just to hold down the neutral spacing with that back air is Zant right there. All too familiar with that, as we mentioned prior. Platforms out here not playing too much of a part. That was crazy. The whiff, or the fallout, I should say.
All right, well, either way, oh, wow, somehow getting through the fly there, and continues to be a menace on the recovery, finds a way back, though, and this is where Zanti's been making a lot of money, actually, is when that Charizard starts getting to these deep red percentages. Are we going to see the stock? No, the forward throw not going to take the stock that time, but oh my God, the reverse edge guard, getting the forward air, that's what I'm talking about, man. That forward air is so ridiculously strong. White wasn't ready for it, gets stage spiked. Oh my God.
Yeah, definitely not ready, especially with all that rage on the part of Zant as well. Definitely making it just a little bit harder,
Oh,
if not impossible, to tech with some up air strings as well. This is what I'm talking about, man, is that down smash is going to take the stock on the part of White. Charizard is not just the survival Pokemon. He's not just the one that you want to whip out when you want to survive. The character's damage output is crazy as well, and a big part of what helps make Pokemon Trainer the very, very good character that they are. All three of the Pokemon have very insane damage output. They just do it for different reasons, as well as we got some decent Squirtle ledge trapping out here as well. Definitely early 2019 meta, you want to call it, but this is what I'm talking about. Pokemon Trainer won a major this year already, Skiff. Zant out here showing you why.
you were talking about Charizard being the survival Pokemon, but I mean, if you look at his Pokedex entry, he's the flame Pokemon. That's actual data. So I mean, that's real, like to the source. So I just want to point that out. Either way, yeah. So far, man, Zanti's just doing an incredible job, man. It's really just White started off so hot, and it just started with that one stock off stage, and all of a sudden, man, it's just kind of been the catch up game from then on. But look at this. I like the up air drag downs into more combos.
Yeah, really good stuff. I mean, that was one of the first times that we've seen that on the part of White. Not that White hasn't been going for that, but Zant has just never really given him the opportunities. Joker's drag down in the up air is definitely some crazy stuff. Going for broke on that platform right there, trying to take advantage of the bi-plat structure of PS2 with the up B right there on the part of the grappling attack. Nothing doing though, but finally able to take the stock. We are down to the last stock and potentially White's winners tournament stock right here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, he did a fantastic job of bringing it back. Really, only it was a stock in some percentage for a little bit, but now it's only 26%. And Arsene is just around the corner. Oh, he was ready for the grab, just threw it out a little too early, and then Zanti just was not falling right into it. But this is where things get terrifying, right? If Squirtle can find a way through, that Arsene meter will absolutely drain so fast. It's just a matter of finding that way through because, man, these hitboxes hurt. Look at this, putting out a couple back airs, another one. Gonna have to switch to Ivysaur, switching to Charizard here, making sure he has the additional. Oh my God, some way, somehow, but still getting the stock. Woo! What a crazy end of that game too. Good stuff, the White.
Really, really good stuff to White. Honest to goodness right there. I wish I could take a look at that again because those back airs were pretty crisp. The first one was just a very solid read in general. It whiffed, but he knew it didn't matter because he was able to trap him with another one regardless because of just the insane low lag on kill power of that move as well. You're just so not used to moves that are that low lag having humongous kill power like Joker does, but obviously that's the comeback mechanic in Arsene Daddy out here to build it for him for sure. And as a result, they were just able to keep that edge guard onslaught clean as well. The survivability of Zanti, they tried their absolute hardest as much as they could, but it doesn't matter. Even with the shield DI away, off of the bounce off the shield right there with the forward smash whipping, still a disadvantageous position to be in because, like you mentioned last game, Skiff, there's just way too much lag on Flare Blitz. Like you mentioned, what could Ganondorf do? You said like he could charge a full up tilt off of that.
Yep, up tilt can punish Charizard Flare Blitz when it lands on shield. That's how punishable that move is. It's actually insane. For all of the strengths that it has one huge weakness. It also clanks with the weirdest stuff. I think Flare Blitz, if I'm not mistaken, does clank with Steve Crafting Table. Yep. Just keep that in mind. As we get into our third and I believe final game, I believe we are still in best of 3. Yes, we are. We're going to be going into Smashville, so this should be interesting. It should be a very solid time.
Oh, it should for sure. You know, we've already talked about Smashville quite a bit throughout this set so far. Is that beautiful jab lock pushback as well in the Squirtle right there. That is definitely something that you need to have on lock if you're going to play Pokemon Trainer as well, as you're going to need to know those like low percent Squirtle combos. This is the damage racker upper right here for sure. Like one of the characters that it's the best to do that with. On top of that, is we already have 81%, 92 I should say, on this Joker out here in game number 2. This is the kind of stage that I feel like Squirtle can definitely really thrive on as far as like the neutral goes and the ledge trapping, especially as far as keeping Joker in disadvantage. But the survivability factor, because of how light he is, that's a whole different ballpark. But fortunately, Zanti's got 2 other characters to switch to for that problem. So that's part of why Smashville is assisting in being a pretty good stage for this character, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, no, I think you're definitely on the right track there. But right now, man, these guns are just going to be a little bit of a problem, continuing to disrupt that recovery option from Charizard. But man, we've seen what happens when this Charizard comes out to play. It can turn into a really big problem for White. But look at this, man. White's also like, hey, man, I recognize that you are a bigger body. Please allow me to get this damage and these combos popping off just a little bit more.
Yeah, and White's doing a real good job with those edge guards right there. I don't know if that was supposed to be a drag down. Either way, it's good damage. It doesn't matter regardless. Doing a really good job in terms of like utilizing the down guns as that up smash is going to take the stock, and then realizing the grappling hook to make their way back. Doing just everything they can just to keep the edge guard onslaught against a big character like Charizard over and over again, and the pressure on.
Oh, there we go. Man, another up smash. And the up air, man, I've been seeing Charizard up air a lot more lately, and I think it's like there's like I don't know, I think PT players are finally labbing their character, but all jokes aside, I've been seeing some like up air strings, falling up airs leading into other things lately, and it's actually really insane. But man, I've been talking about the wrong character. That combo string from White to close out that stock was beautiful. Fantastic stuff here. Arsene now going to disappear though, and is that going to be the stock? No, he will find a way to get back to the ledge. Man, you got to really hand it to tethers, because tethers do save some characters quite often.
That they do, my friend, that they do. I mean, we haven't really been seeing White land too many of those on Zant for sure, but like I mentioned, they're doing a great job with the grappling hook on the ledge to just sort of keep the pressure on, as Zant doing a real good job right here. Back throw, definitely not going to take the stock. We're going to put White back in disadvantage for sure. Ledge trap with the fire breath, nothing doing right there. Just holding on part, center stage, like trying to utilize those guns to tack on a little bit more damage to just make their way back a little easier, but it's not going to stop if like the punish game on the part of Zant is just that much stronger with the bigger, beefier hits. 144% still living, but I doubt for too much longer, Skiff. There you go.
Ooh, there we go. Yep, there's that back air. You called it, man, right on the spot. But yeah, 70%, this isn't a bad spot. We are going to see the switch to Squirtle because they're going for that early, quick damage. Look at this, 31 already, but all of a sudden it takes one grab, and you got to switch off the Ivysaur because disadvantage with Squirtle is not a good time at these higher percentages. But now you got Ivysaur able to throw out some of these projectiles a little bit more because some great active multi-hitboxes as well. And look at this, man, the pressure they're putting on, but a huge counter with the Arsene, and that's going to close out the stock. 69 is all that's on the board here. You got to try and make this Arsene count because this could really be what you need, because I don't know if you'll get another Arsene at this point.
Tetrakarn, baby. My goodness, that's a huge giant counter. It's been a huge giant counter since 2018, and it's going to continue being a huge giant counter for longer, as that down smash read going to not work out for Zant right there. They had the read, but they just didn't time it right, unfortunately, as we are down to the last stock of this set. 1-1 between these two titans of players right now. Going for the read right there, getting it, sharking underneath the Smashville platform with the up air. Gonna land it the second time around, though. Not able to angle their shield properly. Might have been a little lower than they thought from earlier on, unfortunately, as they fell out of disadvantage, stuck on the Smashville platform right there. Another big blunder of this stage for sure is you gotta watch your techs on that platform in the center stage, especially if you're dealing with giant beefy hitboxes like Ivysaur has. Beautiful
That was
stuff by Zant.
Yeah, that was beautiful in general. But you know what? If I'm White, I'm not feeling bad. White is the 63rd seed in this bracket. Zant is the number 2. Technically the number 1 seed right now because of the fact that Fatality wasn't able to make it. You know, he's sick currently. Hopefully Fatality's doing better. I think I saw your name in the chat earlier, bud. Hope you're doing well. Either way, though, Zant was fantastic the whole